Welcome, all you plus two comedy modifiers, back to the stream. Welcome back to Itching for Something New. TV's Noah here, without Smoothie. And a few episodes ago, I played a game created by Danielle Taphandle that I thought was this game. This is a game called Well Tended. This is where you play death in a garden. So I mentioned wanting to play it, and then I played a different game. And then I was like, you know what, I should come back to this. So we're going to take a look at this right now. Let's run or walk and check out what we got going on here. If you don't know, itch.io is a gaming website that I happen to own a bunch of games on, and I don't check them out nearly as often as I should. This is too loud. So I wanted to take some time and try these games out, because I'm itching for something new. This is so loud for me. Let me turn this down. You wake up in Death's Garden, and it seems to be wrought from billions of compounded ashes built into little hedges. Move my microphone a little bit closer. Resembling a quaint but unnerving barrier that only serves to invite the unwary. The sky is the color of noise, diffusing light that scatters over the garden like a bruise, rendering everything in vague and sickly shapes. Ooh. So this is very similar graphically to the other game I played. I think it was like Glow or something. I spent my days a roaming soft in the grass of... soft is the grass, no bed for me. And though my life she may have ended, I've got my love to tend to me. Okay, so that guy was murdered by a woman that he pursued. I just watched the movie Men, so that kind of speaks to me. In life I was the axeman, the clanging of the metal against the meat and bone. But hear me now, my weighted heart, it rests here like a stone. I wonder if I'm being interstellared. Like this song would make sense if sped up. The plants here are like shade, pale moons reflecting, life around the orbiting null star that must be the center of the garden. I have to continue to turn this down. Let me know if it's too loud for you guys, because it's breaking my brain. The ghost of the garden lingers near the trees and plant beds, carrying out half-remembered motions. Do you guys sing different songs if I keep talking to you? No. Okay. Oh, a Mega Man transition. Cool. And though my body's sudden, my heart remains aflame, for I see only the rider, and only she can call my name. Is this the same guy? Are they all... Ba-da-doo. In the depth of the hedge maze, you find an empty hourglass, devoid of any sand or any visible opening. So garbage. I don't know what's in my way here, but I can't. Ooh. As you pass on your way through Death's Garden, you see leaders scattered across the wall, unassuming white blossoms, against bladed leaves, the color of rough concrete, 1,000 bloodless little blooms in such a spare and unyielding space. The Oracle of Delphi used to inhale the toxic fumes of burning Odlinder, or chew the leaves to induce visions. The root was crushed and mixed into wine, a plummy almond finish that ran red in the corners of countless mouths. We have always embodied poison and called it divine. For what it is revelation, but the minor death. Can I get in there? That's interesting. So yeah, I know that there's a bit in the Odyssey. I was in a play of the Odyssey that is a big plot point. Is the crew imbibes in some poisonous flowers. At the center of this cluster of hedges lies a pool, whose waters wax and wane like a penetrating eye. It does kind of look like an eye. That's interesting. As you peer into the center, you come to realize everything smells uninformably of the metallic tang of pedricher mixed with the tepid humidity of a water-laden summer. I see you, my darling! Again, I'm going to turn this down more. If you in the chat need me to turn this music down because it's frying my brain. So I'm guessing this is the story of a guy that loved too much, or didn't know what love was and was a stalker. Sweet winter, you've come now for many a year, and here in my cold hearth I welcome you near. You gave me eternity to hold my darling, for I know her touch is merely a warning. Just different tunes for every song. As you pass through Death's Garden, you come across promised deadly nightshade. Ever the role-embracing romantic, purple stars shot through with a leering yellow stamen. They pulse at the sight of you. I'm just going to learn about toxic flowers. This is good if you're Walter White. Named for the unchanging fate, Atropos, the sister who cuts the thread of mortal lives, Livia Drusilla, Empress of Rome, was rumored to have poisoned her husband with its berries, even as she used it tincture to dilate her eyes. All the better to see him with, my dear. Interesting. Okay. Oh, love of my own, the only love I'll know. After mothers and brothers and comrades and gone, I'm all hers, always all of hers. Is this the king that was poisoned? I don't know where we're going with this. For cold, cold is the garden she tends. We know not of the mortal fear, no guards against her breast. We are all of hers, you are all hers. Are they bees? Perhaps this is about bees. The path of dust in the swallow's bones, we lay me down among the stones. And still I lay at the crossroads bare, and no more flowers may grace my hair. I'm focused too much on singing that I'm not retaining anything I'm singing. As you pass through Death's Garden, there's a patch of hemlock growing in the lacy sprays streaked with red. The shades here avoid gazing at the plant for too long. I know that there actually is like a poison garden you can go to that has all these plants, and you have to just not touch anything or risk death. This was the death Socrates chose, to be smothered within his own body as his mind remained horrifically aware. Ugh. Many deaths ended with a single shuddering breath that hemlock denies. It is a plant of Maleficence the elder of civilized murder. That's what he chose? That seems like a poor choice for old Socrates. And know how tender death can be, how she raises us well, how she tends to us well. And now we have tombstones, at least. As you pass through Death's Garden, you pass a patch of monkshood? I've never heard of monkshood. Their flowers twisted and solemnly bent inwards, as if shuffling in the process through some church courtyard. Through the procession of some courtyard, yeah. They grow behind the graves of wasted men, trapped in the cocoons of their own passions until smothered by them. Oh, it's a poison flower that grows out of decaying humans, I guess. Fun. This looks like a hut. Can I go in here? No. Okay. You find a scythe made of brittle obeson. If you could still bleed, it would have torn your hands to shreds. Instead, you bleed a sickly mist and must turn your face away. Oh, a greenhouse. I can walk through the greenhouse. How nice. No songs this time. Just as you pass through Death's Garden, you find rosary peas, also called prayer beads or wild licorice. Licorice is always gross. They gleam like jeweled little ladybugs, elegant little seeds with enough poison in one to fell a grown body. Like many poisons, they can be used to make medicine or to ward off evil, but the tiny gems have been their favorite of assassins, those beloved children of dust. Hope there's not a test on this later. And I think I've reached the end. I don't see a way out of here. Looks very similar to me. We're keeping the beat. As you pass through Death's Garden, you see Death. What do you know? How blithely she tends her roses, darker than old blood, and just the same dull scent of rust. Ah! What's up? She looks at you and knows you have seen to the heart of her. So maybe death is what they were singing about. That's who her is. We all kind of pursue death. Here's where she mothers 100 poisons. She looks at you and laughs out loud, and the noise is unlike anything you've ever felt. You can see in the chasm of her eyes as she reaches out to greet you like an old friend. You realize it is the sound of her song. You realize the sound of her song filling your heart. Feel like there's going to be a jump scare? You wake up in Death's Garden. Wait, are we back? Huh. I'm just gonna sprint through this. Okay, so it was an hourglass with no. It seems like I should be able to get in here, but I can't, because there's an interactable thing there. just kind of zooming through this real quick. Yeah, I can't get in here. All right. This is the eye and the pool. I'm just kind of collecting the items. Excuse me. Scoozy. Grab the scythe. Yep. Maybe I should do it without picking up any items? I don't know. But I'm curious. Is this anything? No, it won't let me, Huh. Rust. Greet you like an old friend. What do we think this is, gang? Could be a heartbeat. It doesn't sound like an EKG. That's it. And then it restarts. I don't know if there's more to this, if I'm missing an element, if I shouldn't pick anything up, but that was interesting. That was, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to, like, get out of this. I recommend playing in the dark with headphones. This is my second video game. Alright. Well, that was neat. Be sure to check this out. Danielle made this game. You can check it out on itch.io. It's a game I happen to own here on Itch. Lots of great games on Itch. Very unique experience that I don't know what I'm supposed to gather from it. Everyone was singing a song about her. My instinct was it was the story of, like, men treating women poorly and getting murdered, getting, Chicago'd. But I think her is death, and I think it's just them seeking death and ending up in death and, like, always serving to death. Like, there's no escape of her. So, that's my interpretation of this. Very interesting. Like, I'd love to just play this for hours and try to come up with, like, deep theories about it. But I don't have time for that. So, instead, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. If you're having a good time, be sure to subscribe right here to Plus 2 Comedy Gaming. Catch up on all my past live streams. Check out the next time I'm itching for something new. And until then, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Boop!